Hello and welcome back to ControlPro. In this video we are going to cover dispatching, a new feature available in version 3.2. Dispatching can be an alternative to running a ticket, and it can also be an upgrade from mixed tickets for those wanting some more detail to hand to a driver. To begin creation of a dispatch ticket, we're going to come to the ticket dispatch and loads component, hit the plus sign, and bring up a ticket. I'm not going to go through all the details of creating a ticket. There are videos of how to do that. We'll just get the ticket created and start the process of creation of a dispatch ticket from there. So we have our ticket made, we have our customer assigned, and our details. We've given it a description, and we have a couple materials. So we're going to come over here to the dispatches tab. We're going to hit the plus sign, and now we'll be able to create a dispatch. If you want, you can also come in and just add to the fields as well if you wish. We're going to go ahead and hit revert so we can start back from scratch. We're going to hit plus. A couple tools you'll want up as you're creating these. You're going to want your parties and drivers and your equipment. Unless you have the ID numbers memorized, then don't worry about it, but I like to keep these up just as a frame of reference. So we see here we have a total of over 300 million pounds on this ticket, so we've got plenty to dispatch from. We're going to come into the amounts, and we're going to make this dispatch for 25,000. The XAT is estimated time of arrival, or estimated arrival time of the load. ControlPro defaults to estimated arrival time. You can leave this here if you wish, if it's not going to confuse anyone. Otherwise, you can double click in here to select it, your delete key, and remove it from the dispatch field. Next, we need to add a driver. We're going to go ahead and just add an Ant-Man, so we'll add his ID. Equipment, we're going to just go ahead and pick Bumblebee here. And the consignee point is a specific area assigned to the consignee. So say you're taking it to Bob's farm, or any named farmer area, and then there's specific locations within that area like field 1, field 2, field 3, and here's where you would assign that. For demonstration purposes, we created a couple fake fields, so we're gonna make sure the consignee point for this is Marva field number 1. If you want these dispatches to only be able to be assigned to a certain system, you can come in here and you can type in your system ID, which is available in your system search right there, or you can just keep it open. That way you can assign it to any system you want. After you've created a dispatch, you can hit save. You can come in and create as many dispatches as you would like onto this ticket. You can add different drivers, different equipment, unless it's just going to be the same driver driving the same equipment, pulling off this ticket over and over. It's however you want to set it up. And for this one, we're not going to assign a consignee point. We'll hit save. So now we have our dispatches created. Next, we want to get this assigned to a system. So we'll bring the system up. We're going to run our D21 system here, clean this up a little bit. So just like with assigning a ticket to the system, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can click underneath the ticket area, drag it into your system, and now you have the dispatch assigned to your system. Or you could come into the dispatch tab, hit plus, and if you have dispatches available, it'll let you assign that. As you can see in here, there's search options just like when adding a ticket, and in this case also you can come in if you had assigned it for a specific system, or if the dispatches are for any, those would be available in there as well. After that, you're going to run the dispatch just like you would any other ticket. We'll grab our dispatch here, hit process, and it's going to run this dispatch off the ticket. Just like when running a ticket, you come into your batch details, watch it run off of there. As you can see here on your ticket, that first dispatch and load is complete. We'll come here and run our next dispatch. This will take a couple seconds. Again, we're running on simulation mode, so it runs faster. Just take a few seconds here, and those are both now complete. The dispatching tab has a feature where you can print off a dispatch ticket, just similar to a mixed ticket, just with a few more details, and it's simpler to print off. Whereas with the mixed ticket, you'd have to go to the system, load the ticket to the system, and then print the mixed ticket. Inside of the dispatch tab, when you create the dispatches on the ticket, you can select the dispatch that you want to print and then just hit the printer view. As you can see here, I've got 2 examples of completed dispatches, and if you either view or print those, as we'll see here in a second, you'll see it's completed, the total pounds, driver, equipment, tare weight if you track it, and system if you're tracking that. For open one, it will look similar. It's still gonna have the consignee point, bill to the driver, the equipment as well, just not with the totals yet. And you can set those up to be emailed to customers, drivers, or yourself, printed or viewed. You could print these off ahead of time, that way when the driver shows up you have the dispatch ready, or bring up the ticket when the driver or operator are there, print off the dispatch, hand it to them for their use. If you have any questions about dispatch or would like to talk to one of our ControlPro techs, you can reach us at 260-470-2752.